Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Now, let's say hello to Shannon Morse.
Hello.
Snubs, who produces this show and is working on some new shows for Twit, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But you tried to palm this off on me. She said, Leo, would you like to review the Kobo next week? I said, nah, really. The Kobo is kind of a left field tablet. You've got the Kindle.
Yeah.
You've got the Nook from Barnes & Noble. Those are two big booksellers. Yeah. Kobo is kind of the third flavor.
So Kobo is like the little guy that nobody ever hears about. So, but I'm totally supporting, like, you know, the
let's support them if they're good. Absolutely.
And they do have some really great products that I've found. We reviewed the Kobo Glow.
That was so little.
The Glow, which actually glows. It has a backlight, so it's kind of like the Paperwhite.
Right.
And we also reviewed the Kobo Mini.
That was the little one,
which is the teeny tiny one that can fit in your back pocket. I really like that one, and it's under $100. And then we have this one, which is called the Kobo Touch, and it's very similar to the
hold it right here. I'll hold
Kindle version.
Yeah, it looks like a Kindle Touch. Very lightweight.
It does. It's very similar.
Same kind of e-ink screen,
yes.
right? Yeah. So what do you think?
So let me just discuss a little bit of the specs of this guy. This one is 6-inch, just like the Kobo Glow. The difference between the two is, of course, this one's touchscreen, and it does not have the glowing backlight on it. So it's just your regular, it's very, very simplistic.
But it's direct light. It's just as readable. I mean, it's really
exactly.
good. Yeah,
so if you're requiring something that's simplistic, that just gets to the point, is just an e-ink reader, this would be a really, really good
it does have a quilted back.
I like the quilted back. It gives it kind of a nice quality design feature. And it comes in a bunch of different colors, too. You can get black, white, blue, pretty lilac color for the girls, and silver as well. It's a little bit pricey. It's $130. I would aim closer to $100 for this version of a e-reader. And it also does tap and swipe gestures whenever you're reading your book. So if you're more of a swiper like I am, then you don't have to worry about that.
I could swipe through the pages. Oh, that's cool.
And then this little button is a
physical home button, which is kind of nice.
That is nice.
You don't see that very often. That's good. Yeah.
So if you go back there, you can see there's a settings button up here. There's not a whole lot to it. You can also get to the bookstore and the reading guide. It was kind of interesting with this, the fact that on the home screen they have a couple of your books, and then at the top is this huge link for the bookstore. They're like really saying, hey, you want to buy more books, go to our Kobo store, buy more things. So it kind of stands out. The internal storage on this is about 2 gigs, so it's going to fit you several hundred books. Yeah. And then 32 gig micro SD card can also be added onto the bottom of it. It has a little micro SD slot right there. Yeah. Yeah, so you can fit several thousand books if you include a micro SD card. The battery life is great on this. I love it. It didn't take any time to charge, maybe a couple hours, and then it lasts you for a good month. So no problems with that. It's very normal with the e-ink books that you can find on the market. And it does wireless syncing with Kobo as well. So you can download software and just sync up to the cloud for all your books.
Do I have to buy books from Kobo, the Kobo store?
It will take all sorts of different file formats. You can do images on here, like JPEG and whatnot. You can also do PDFs, MOBI, and EPUB as well. So any kind of those kind of books you can put onto a micro SD card and read on that.
And it's Wi-Fi only?
Wi-Fi only, yes. There's no extra
I see all the
ports.
Wi-Fi
and of course, it does have a charging port on the bottom, so you can plug it in.
Here, let me enter in our password here. Don't show that.
So the box doesn't include very much when you open it up. It just has the Kobo itself, a quick start guide, and the charger, of course. And I like the fact that they do include compatibility for comic books on here as well. And I looked through their store to find a couple of comic books that I'm familiar with, and they had all of the ones that I looked for.
That's neat.
So, like Walking Dead is available on their store.
But it's black and white, remember?
Yes,
it's not
it's all
going to be
black
color.
and white, so you're not going to get color comics on here. But you can zoom in, which is really nice as well. That's not something that you
Is it a pinch zoom, or is there a tap?
You can tap in the center, and then you get all these options down at the bottom.
Let's see.
And you can change the text quality, how big it is. You can also change the actual fonts if you want to, which is interesting, as well as different things like spacing, line spacing, and the margins. So you have a lot of customization options just in case, you know, you can't see as well or you're a little bit older and you need larger fonts. So
I'm going to use
nice that they
Open
included
Dyslexic, apparently, for folks who are dyslexic. See, that seems harder to read, but
that does. Maybe
for a
it's easy
dyslexic,
for
maybe it is.
dyslexic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all in all, it's really, really nice. I would say the pricing should go down just a little bit on this this product. My pros for this are the design. I really like the design. I like the back, the quilted back. I think that's very nice. It's pretty responsive. There were a couple of times when I found it to be a little slower. I had to tap twice on the menu to get it to come up. Just a couple of small things, but it wasn't to the point where it was super annoying for me. And it's simplicity. I like a simple ebook reader. That's what I want. I don't want to read books on my iPad. I don't want to read them on my phone. I want to read them on an ebook reader because I like e-ink. I don't like backlit screens. No, not for books. Drives me crazy. It gives me a headache. And then the cons are the price. I think that should come down a little bit. So
129, you said?
Yeah, 129.
Yeah.
So I would give it a try. I would definitely try it out, see if you like their library. Everything that I searched for, I could find in their library, so it's definitely growing. Of course, it's not as big as Amazon's market right now, but it's a possibility, so it might be the one for you.
This is the Kobo
Touch.
Yeah. It's pretty much the equivalent of the Amazon Kindle Touch.
Pretty much, yeah.
With a different bookstore attached, basically. That's the difference, yeah. Thank you. Shannon Morse.
Thank you.
Snubs. We appreciate it.